Welcome to the Viking Buddha podcast. I am the Viking Buddha, and I've decided to react to another Tom MacDonald song. I had some suggestions in the comments section after I reacted to Man in the Sky, which I really enjoyed. And I said in that video that I've listened to, the majority of his back catalogue, and somebody has suggested, I think a few of you suggested Superman, and I'd heard that, which is another great song. But someone suggested that I react to The Machine, and I had a look, and I must have missed that one. It's not one that I'd watched. So I always take recommendations, or at least try to get to them all. So ones that I haven't watched anyway. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all of that sort of stuff if you're inclined to do so. I'm just appreciating you watching this video. So, yeah, happy days. Anyway, let's get into this in 3.
I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. Why the hell can't I just be American without getting political? The system gon' suppress us all, they don't care about the cost. How's this a democracy when we got communists in charge? Cancel culture Nazis, all they're missing is the swastikas. Honestly, this is a psychological holocaust. Pumping propaganda through the screen and straight into your brain. You ain't on a plantation, but you definitely still a slave. Race theory is indoctrinating children. Tell blacks they're disadvantaged, tell whites they got white privilege. What a brilliant way to reinforce division. If whites believe they have it easy, they will never help you fight the system. And now they burning books in untraditional ways. They just traded newspapers for the digital age. Now the facts can be deleted with no physical flames. They just change the information and the truth gets erased. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid. I am not Republican.
Okay, let's stop. Classic Tom MacDonald, isn't it? From the lyrics point of view, I love it. I get riled up by this sort of stuff. I really like the beat in this one, and it's funny actually because I feel like I've watched Tom progress. Some of his earlier stuff, I wasn't always, I liked his lyrics, but I feel like he's got a better rapper over time. And look, that might just be me, but that's the feeling I've got. And just his flows now are just so on point, and his diction's really good as well. So it's really clear, what he's saying, and it just sounds good. Do you know what I mean? I don't really feel like it's necessary to go down and break down the lyrics, because those of you who are watching this, I assume you're Tom MacDonald fans. You know what he's all about. I know what he's all about, and I just want to really enjoy the song without patronising any of you and stopping after each after each lyric, because it's pretty obvious what he's saying, and I think the majority of people watching this agree with what he's saying. I'm going to take it back a little bit, and then we'll get into verse 2.
Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid. I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. Progressive and traditional are hitmen hired to kill the individual. They label people red or blue, divide us, they don't ever help. They want you thinking left or right, so you ain't thinking for yourself. Go ahead and vote, cause both the parties are the same side. 2 teams, 1 coach, controlled by the same guys. Left wing, right wing, both help the same bird fly. Brainwashing everybody at the same time. The internet was once a place that we could...
I will say though, what I enjoy about where he's going with this one is, I think if you were to listen to some of Tom MacDonald's songs that have been out over the past few years, some people might have misinterpreted him as being right wing based on some of his views. I mean, clearly he's not. Clearly he is just somebody that has his own opinions, and if you want to put him into a box, then you can do that. But he is just sharing what he feels, and clearly he's just, it's funny really, because the word woke used to mean something different to what it means now. It means you were awake to the propaganda and the system and the nonsense and the lies that you get told. Now it means something completely different. But that's what I'm getting from him. He's cognizant of the fact that he might share some views that sit within right-wing politics, and he might also share some views that sit within left-wing politics. But to associate himself with a side, to pick sides when often all the politicians are lying to us, then there's no sense in that. And I like how he's laying that all out in this song.
The same bird fly, brainwashing everybody at the same time. The internet was once a place that we could get our facts from. Now it's been monopolized, it's Google or it's Amazon. Who fact checking the fact checkers? I can answer that one. The people who control the narratives through the platforms. Let me break this down for you, simple as I can, Kate. They use social conditioning to put you in the rat race. It doesn't matter if you're first or third or if you're last place. You're still a rat, and they're the cats who kill you so you can't escape. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid. I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. I am just a man who knows they're scared of a nation that's thinking critical. They kill us or they lock us up for nothing like we're criminals. Divide us because they know that unified we are invincible. Questioning the government's agenda is controversial, but promoting guns and liquor in our music is commercial. They're confusing us with pronouns they made up to make us triggered. You can call me what you want, but just don't call me late for dinner. School teaches you to learn and never teaches you to think. So you absorb misinformation, then you practice what they preach. You ain't free, can't you see that's how they want you to act? That's called conforming to...
Yeah. I've just got to, I said I wasn't going to break this down, but there's certain points in here that I just want to comment on, and the school system is one of them. My God, what a mess. I mean, how is it that the government decide what our children are taught for us? You know, certainly in my country, in the UK, you have a curriculum and there are things that you have to learn. And I mean, that's why we are lucky that we have the internet, because as long as you're not going to the mass media sources, it's very easy to find out what's really going on and what has really happened in history. You've just got to ignore, right? All you've got to do is ignore anything mainstream. Ignore mainstream TV, ignore mainstream news channels. If you do want to watch them, treat it as a theatre, just a comedy show. I might sometimes watch them to understand what everybody else is talking about, or to just to laugh at it. But it never fails to amaze me how people just don't even question it. I do think more people are waking up now, but the fact that people just don't question stuff that they're told. I always say to people when you know, I get called a conspiracy theorist or whatever for my views, and I say to people, right, can you think of an example where the government has lied to us in the past? I mean, like a big lie, like going to war for a made up reason. Can you think of a time where the government has done that? Like, yes. Okay, if they were prepared to lie about that, and that lie resulted in the death of hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions of people, why would they not be lying about this or that, or whatever? It amazes me. It never fails to amaze me. And the school system is just one of those things that, but yeah, blows my mind really. How they can decide when they want to teach children certain things that children shouldn't even be taught. How are you taking that decision away from the parents? Anyway, let me carry on with this song. It's got me riled up, isn't it?
Information, then you practice what they preach. You ain't free, can't you see that's how they want you to act? That's called conforming to the norm, you don't need freedom for that. I'm not Republican or liberal or left-wing or right-leaning. I took the red pills because that's who's fighting for my freedoms. And you don't need to choose to be accepted, they both fake teams. Evil runs the world now like hell ain't got no vacancy. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid.
Yeah, it does only work if we're afraid. And I think that's been the... Certainly since 2000, they've really ramped up the fear. And it seems so obvious to me that they've been trying to divide us for a long time. And it's even more unfathomable to me that it's working. You know, that people go along with it, and you know, everyone wants to be part of a group. It always amazes me that people define themselves by their colour, their sex, their gender, it's like, my friend said this to me. The fact that I'm white, straight, middle-aged and male should be the least interesting things about me. Like, how about you ask about my character, my interests, my hobbies, my dreams, my passions, my past, who I've met, where I've been. How about you include that as your identity, and then how about you ask other people about that? Why is it so obvious to some people and not so obvious to others? Because we're all being in the same world here, you know. I don't know how some people get out of it and some people get sucked in, but hopefully Tom's music is helping to wake more people up. I really enjoyed that song. Clearly the lyrics got me riled up, which is what it's intended to do, and got me thinking. But there's nothing new in the lyrics here to me. It's what I've been feeling for a long time. But it's nice to hear it, and it's nice to hear it getting out there on a decent sized scale as well. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. If you'd like me to react to more of Tom's songs, like I say, I've probably heard the majority of them, but when new stuff comes out, I'll be all over that. And yeah, with that, I shall bid ye a farewell. But remember, be strong when you are weak, be brave when you are scared, and be humble when you are victorious. Namaste.